Have you ever walked through a season so silent that it made you question everything you heard in the last one? A season where God felt distant, not because he had moved, but because he was preparing to reveal a different side of himself. You're not being ignored, you're being invited. Invited into a level of intimacy that can't be accessed in comfort. Into a rhythm of surrender that only flows through refinement. Into a dance with the divine, where every step is guided by trust, not sight. Welcome to the wilderness. The wilderness is not punishment. It is God's proving ground, his threshing floor, his spiritual weight room where endurance is built and trust is forged. This is where heaven trains warriors, not celebrities. This is where the oil costs, but the reward is eternal. Some of you are there right now. You've been fasting. You've been faithful. You've been sowing seeds in tears, praying for the harvest to break through, but the soil looks dry. The door looks closed. And heaven seems quiet. But I came to tell you something bold today. Heaven isn't silent because God forgot you. Heaven is quiet because he's training you to hear him in the whisper. Think about Moses. 40 years in the palace, 40 years in the desert. Why? Because leadership without the wilderness would have led to pride. The staff in Moses' hand didn't come from Egypt. It came from obscurity, from shepherding sheep, from walking without applause, from becoming acquainted with the backside of the mountain. The very place that looked like a setback was actually the setup for his burning bush encounter. Let's go deeper. You're not just in the wilderness to survive. You're there to transform, to become someone that platforms can't build, to become someone that devils tremble to see coming, to become someone who's not just anointed, but approved in fire. And let's not forget, Jesus didn't just enter the wilderness, he was led there by the Spirit. Let that sink in. Sometimes the Spirit will lead you into the silence, into the crushing, into the place where everything in you wants to run, but heaven says, stand still and know that I am. So what happens in the wilderness? You get unhooked from needing the crowd. You get detoxed from human affirmation. You start learning how to eat daily manna instead of chasing after platforms. Because when the only voice you can hear is God's, you stop needing man's validation. Let me prophesy over you right now. The wilderness is birthing a new version of you, one that's anchored in worship, one that walks by faith, not hype, one that leads with humility and strikes with authority. You're coming out of this stronger, sharper, more surrendered, and when you emerge, it won't be as the same person who entered. You'll be carrying weight in the Spirit, heavenly authority, kingdom strategy, undeniable fire. Remember David, anointed king as a teenager, but sent right back to the sheepfield. Imagine carrying oil on your head and still being called to serve in silence. David didn't kick the door to the throne room open. He waited, he worshipped, he fought lions and bears in secret. Why? Because Goliath doesn't fall for the flashy, he falls to the faithful, and your Goliath moment is coming, but only after you learn to win battles in private. God is doing more in your silence than you realize. He's pruning, he's aligning, he's shifting things in the Spirit that your natural eyes haven't caught up to yet. What feels like nothing is actually everything, because the wilderness teaches you how to walk by faith alone. No proof, no public applause, just fire in your bones and a whisper in your spirit saying, keep going, I'm not done with you yet. And some of you, you're wondering why people walked away, why the doors closed, why the audience disappeared. Here's the truth. God removed what was distracting you, so he could develop what he's depositing in you. You don't need a crowd to carry a crown. You need consecration, and baby, that's what the wilderness does best. So here's what I want you to know today. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are in process, in training, in a holy transformation that will birth more power than you can imagine. The same fire that feels like it's burning you is actually refining you. And when you come out, you'll be gold. Say this out loud. I will not quit in the quiet. I will not bow to the delay. I am being forged in fire, and I will come out flaming for Jesus. So today, right here, right now, lay down your timeline, lay down your expectations, lay down your need to understand, and pick up your sword again, because obedience in the wilderness is the birthplace of revival. And we're not here to play it safe. We're here to set the world ablaze with the glory of God. To every wilderness warrior out there, don't give up, don't grow bitter, don't stop worshipping. Because when this season shifts, hell's going to wish it never messed with you. The oil is coming, the fire is coming, the call is about to be activated, and all of heaven will say, "There's my child. They didn't quit. They stayed the course. They're ready." Now say it loud in the comments. I'm ready, I'm refined, I'm walking out with oil. Share this with someone who's feeling discouraged. Tag your fellow warriors and let the enemy know we don't die in the desert. Team Jesus, let's ride.